Okay, great. Good morning. Bringing the Coastal Permit Administrator hearing to order. It is 10 a.m. on May 22nd, 2025. Clerk, do we have a determination of legal notice?
Yeah, both matters have been properly noticed.
Thank you. Moving right into our regular calendar, our first case on the agenda is case 3A for CDP 2024-0002 for the owner April Mason and applicant agent Kelly Grimes. Shelby Miller is our staff planner. May I have your presentation?
Sure, thank you, Coastal Permit Administrator. This is project planner Shelby Miller here. The project is located in the coastal zone approximately 6 miles north of the city of Fort Bragg, approximately 0.6 miles southwest of the intersection of 10 Mile Road and State Route 1, located at 27,100 North Highway 1, Fort Bragg, APN number 069-060-02. The project request is a standard coastal development permit for the after-the-fact replacement of a 123 square foot deck with a 245 square foot covered deck. The project was referred to all applicable agencies, including the Coastal Commission and the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. The project materials included 2 biological scoping reports and one of them had a reduced buffer analysis. And the biological report prepared by WRA Incorporated identified a riparian habitat within 100 feet of that after-the-fact deck. However, WRA determined that the after-the-fact deck made no impact on the riparian habitat, which is considered an environmentally sensitive habitat area, and provided measures to enhance the area between the deck and that riparian habitat. California Department of Fish and Wildlife and Coastal Commission provided comments such as recommending the measures that are suggested by WRA and specifically requiring that deed restriction to restrict future encroachment within the 100-foot buffer of that environmentally sensitive habitat area. With the recommendations provided by WRA, the Coastal Commission, and the Department of Fish and Wildlife, the project is consistent with Mendocino County Code, Chapter 20.496, Environmentally Sensitive Habitat Areas. And also the land use classification and zoning district is rural residential. The proposed project is consistent with the zoning district and general plan coastal element. The after-the-fact project to replace the 123 square foot deck with the larger deck that's also enclosed meets the criteria for a categorical exemption from the California Environmental Quality Act under California Code of Regulations, Section 15301 for existing facilities, and staff recommends approval with conditions.
Okay, great. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And I see we have the applicant here. Do you have any comments you want to add? And just state your name for the record.
My name is April Mason, and no, I don't have any comments. I'm just glad to finally get to where we wanted to be.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you for being here in person today. All right, I'm going to go ahead then and open up the public hearing and see if we have any members of the public who wish to speak on this item, and you can indicate so by using the raise hand feature. Oh, and I see we have the agent, Kelly Grimes. Please go ahead, Kelly.
Good morning. I just wanted to express appreciation to Shelby Miller for her persistence and creativity and making this project get this far and actually be approved. So thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kelly. And seeing no other hands raised, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing and bring it back to the Coastal Permit Administrator. So I reviewed the staff report and the findings and conditions of approval, and there is just one slight language clarification I want to do on condition 15B, and this is regarding the deed restriction. So just as it says right now, it says the deed restriction shall include the following findings. It includes the language over the map. And then B says, with the exception of activities that are ESHA dependent, no future development is permitted within the 100-foot buffer of all identified ESHA. So I think I just want to add to the beginning of 15B saying, because this is what will be included in the deed restriction, that as a restriction on future development at the beginning as a preamble. So saying, that way in the deed restriction, it'll have that language saying that, future development is restricted from being within that 100-foot buffer area. So just making it clear that it's a restriction since the preamble says findings.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
So, and any concerns with that addition?
No, I have no plans to do anything with that
Okay.
except, plant red alder or whatever she wants me to plant in that area.
Absolutely.
I have no plans to do anything with any of that. It's just leaving it wild for the quail, and that's all I really wanted to do anyway. Just leave everything there so that the birds are happy, and
Yeah.
and I'm happy. And
Perfect. Okay, good. Yeah, I just want to make it so that way it's clear
No.
in the restriction. Otherwise, it
No.
could be a
no,
little
that's fine.
open to interpretation.
I can't
so.
even imagine what else I might even want to do.
Yeah.
There, so.
Understood. Okay, great. Well, with that minor addition to condition 15B, then I will go ahead and approve the project, subject to the findings and conditions in the staff report as modified with 15B today. So thank you
Perfect.
for being here.
Well, especially thank you for persevering with me over the years. I
course.
appreciate it very much.
Of course. Very excited. That's all.
Me
done.
too. I have a question, but I can probably take it up with you later. I
Sure.
just don't understand, how long, there, I believe, anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Sure. I'm happy
Since
to
I'm
help.
taking up everybody's time with that.
No
Right.
worries.
Can I just sit here or do I leave?
You're welcome to stay if you'd like to.
All
We
right.
have one more item on the agenda,
All right,
or you're
then I'll
welcome
just
to
sit
go
here.
as well. So, okay. So moving on to our next item on the agenda, we have case CDPM 2024-0008, which is for owner applicant Donald Buchanan and the agent Wind Coastal Planning and Biology, Megan Durbin, staff planner Shelby Miller. May I have your presentation?
Thank you, Coastal Permit Administrator again. This is project planner Shelby Miller. The project is located in the coastal zone, 0.2 miles north of the Elktown Center, approximately 0.4 miles northwest of the intersection of State Route 1 and Philo Greenwood Road. Located at 5800 and South Highway 1 in Elk. APN is 127-181-01. This is a standard coastal development permit modification of the original CDP _ 2023-0028 to demolish dilapidated structures, including a garage and a chicken coop. Project and materials included a bat survey given the conditions and age of the structures. When Coastal Planning conducted the bat survey and determined that the chicken coop was not habitable for bat species as it has collapsed in on itself. When Coastal has identified wood rat droppings in the garage, but observed no evidence of bat occurrence. The project was referred to all applicable agencies, including the Coastal Commission and also the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, all tribes, and Northwest Information Center. The Northwest Information Center stated that their office has no record of previously recorded cultural resources. The project was heard by the Archaeological Commission on March 12th of 2025. In which the Art Commission determined that that no other survey or future survey is required, and to just add the discovery clause as a condition of approval. The land use classification and zoning district is rural village, and the proposed project is consistent with all of the provisions of the general plan, the coastal element, and the zoning district. The proposed project to demolish the 2 dilapidated structures, including that chicken coop and garage, meets the criteria for a categorical exemption from the California Environmental Quality Act under California Code of Regulations, Section 15301 for existing facilities. And staff recommends approval with conditions. Thank you. That is all.
Thank you for that presentation. And I see we have representatives of the application available online. So Megan, we've brought you over. Just state your name for the record and any comments you may have.
Thank you, Coastal Permit Administrator Krog. This is Megan Durbin, agent for the applicant, planner from Wynn Coastal Planning and Biology. Thank you, staff. Thank you, Shelby, for your work on this project. I don't have anything further to add. All of the conditions are understood and appreciated. And I'm here for additional questions. The one other thing I do want to add actually is that I can't help but say I'm looking forward to the potential of the LCP update, providing a mechanism to not have to go through the CDP process for something like this, taking down old sheds that are already falling down. So with that, I'm available for questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. And do we have any members of the public that wish to speak on this item? And you can indicate so by raising your hand. And I see no hands being raised, so I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing and bring it back to the Coastal Permit Administrator. I've reviewed the staff report and the conditions of approval, and I have no questions or concerns. It seems like it'll be a good project to get those sheds off of the bluff edge so they don't fall down into the ocean. So with that, I will approve the project subject to the findings and conditions contained within the staff report.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, great. So moving on with our agenda, do we have any matters from the public? The Coastal Permit Administrator welcomes participation in meetings. This item is limited to matters under the jurisdiction of the Coastal Permit Administrator, which are not on the posted agenda, and items which have not already been considered by the Coastal Permit Administrator. No action will be taken. Any members of the public wish to speak, you can use the raise hand feature. Or in the room, seeing no one wishing to speak, I'll move on to the next item. Any matters from staff?
Thank you.
Okay, great. Then we'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 10:12 a.m.
Woo.
Yay.